Hi everyone, it's Leanna. I wanted to do a quick video here about flare-ups. Now, I've explanted myself. It's been a little over 4 weeks if you've been following my journey, and I have had a couple different flare-ups at this point in time. From the message boards and like the support groups that I'm in, I see a lot of women commenting on their flare-ups and getting discouraged, and it's really difficult, you get these implants removed, your symptoms kind of dissipate, and then all of a sudden they rear their ugly heads again. And that's really, really frustrating, and I understand that, and it's going to be a long battle. The thing is that flare-ups can happen weeks, months, even years. I've heard some women, having a flare-up after a long period of time. It's not going to be overnight that everything is just better, but we'll get there. I wanted to do this video to discuss kind of why flare-ups happen and why they are so prominent. In the last, 6 months that I've been doing all my research and figuring out what was wrong with me, and even going back to like 3.5 years ago trying to figure out what the heck was going on with my body. But the last 6 months especially, I learned so much about health and our bodies and what heavy metals can do to them. So with that, the casing of the implant is made of silicone, which is made of heavy metals. Heavy metals are not meant to be inside of our bodies, and some of us have more issues being able to detoxify those metals than others, and I think that's why some of us react so quickly, and some it takes years for them to have a reaction to their implants. With that being said, the heavy metals, what happens is if you can't detoxify them, they're not leaving your body, they have to go somewhere. What happens is it implants itself in all of your body tissues, your organs, your fat cells, even your bone. It all depends on what type of metals are in your implants, like that they're made of, but it can seep all the way down to your bone, and believe it takes a long time to get that out of your bone and just your tissues altogether, and that's why it's called detoxing. You have to do it slowly and properly, and I personally am working with a specialist to be able to detoxify, and it's a slow process, and every week something new kind of comes up or a new organ needs to be focused on and things like that. For me, a big metal that keeps coming up, or a semi-metal I guess I should say, is arsenic. It's like every other week it kind of comes back around. So with that, I wanted to just kind of talk about what basically happens is you have this, it's like an onion, and you're peeling these layers back. And with every layer, a new kind of issue kind of comes up. And even when you think you've eliminated an issue, it can still come back again. So with my doctor that I'm working with, I actually had finally tested out of arsenic. Like the other week, I was done. Like 10 days ago, I was at the lowest level of arsenic that could possibly be. And then 5 days later, I jumped up like 350 points. And I was like, what the hell? Are you kidding me? I thought I was done with arsenic. That's not the case. The fact is, like, it may have been done in one part of my body, but then that another layer peeled back, and then it kind of reared its ugly head again, and it needs to be taken out of my body. So it's a very slow process, but I'm doing what's best for me in that process, and I'm working with somebody that is good at detoxifying people. He's helped so many people, and I just am trusting in my body, trusting in my community that I'm working with, and know that I'm making the right decision for me. But with that, I know that it's going to take a long time to heal, and these flare-ups are going to happen. My joint pain is back for this last week, and I'm starting to think that it also might be a little bit diet related. I've been eating really, really well, but I was eating like tomato sauce, which tomatoes are nightshades, so that could be part of the issue too. It's just so frustrating when I'm eating keto and I'm doing everything, supposedly right, and then you're still having a huge flare up. But it could just be my body trying to detoxify and get rid of all the gunk, and you're going to have the flare ups in order to get well and everything like that. So it's not to be unexpected that you're going to have flare ups, and that you're going to maybe not feel the best from time to time or all the time, depending on how your body's actually able to detoxify. With that, there's the MTHFR gene mutation, which like 50% of Americans have. And the more I read about it, the more interesting it is. And I actually just did my 23andMe test today, which will be able to like actually test if I have that mutation and what type of mutation that is and what that looks like. Basically, it's your methylation process doesn't work properly, and heavy metals, especially in your body, are really hard to detoxify. And this would explain everything basically in my entire life, why I really can't drink alcohol because your body can't process it, why my body rejected the implants day one, why I have sleepless nights always since I was a kid. So I'm going to do another video on that, I think, down the road. But I just wanted you guys to know that the explants, like once you explant, you've removed a huge chunk of the problem. But you still have in your body all these heavy metals that are just ruminating around and hanging out, basically. And we need to detox our bodies, and you need to be slow and gentle with that. And I just want everyone to get well again, and just know that you aren't alone and you're going to have flare-ups. If you don't, that's amazing. I wish that were the case for myself and for everyone else, but that's not the way everyone is. Each one of us are completely different individuals, and we will all heal differently. Just like we all had different reactions or timelines and things like that, it's going to be the same thing with healing. One person may, feel 100% better month one, and one person, it may be 3 years out. I really pray that none of us take that long to heal, but I just know that I'm doing the right thing for me, and detoxing takes time, and they may come back around again and again. But you've had these, implants in for years, most likely. I mean, I only had mine in for 3.5 years, and it did so much damage to my body. 50 plus symptoms, and I keep finding more as I kind of go along because something will diminish, and I'm like, oh, I didn't even realize that was a symptom before. So they keep coming, and we are in this together, and flare-ups are 100% normal part of detoxifying and getting well. So just know that you aren't alone. I say it in like almost every video, but I think it's an important message for me to share. You aren't alone if you've explanted. And if you haven't explanted, if you are on the fence about it, best decision I ever made. I 100% say that. I haven't had an easy detoxifying process in the last 4 weeks, but I look in the mirror and I know I made the right choice. I can walk more easily. I can breathe more easily. I can look in the mirror and think that I'm beautiful now without my implants, when I never thought I was before without them. So it definitely was the right choice for me, and I know that I'm on the path to wellness. It just is going to take time. So thank you for watching. Just a short video here about why flare-ups happen. All right, have a great